Hi, everybody. It's Jules, and I want to welcome you back to the Fifth Year Podcast. We have a special guest today, Donovan. Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I love to be here.
I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, boy.
So, what's going on?
I just wanted to have you on to tell your story. I think you have a cool story of how you got to fifth year, and I just want to have you be able to share that and say why you joined the program and how it's going.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll start from the beginning.
Yeah. It's a good place to start.
So, picture this, okay? I get out of high school, and my dad tells me it's either you're going to continue your education or you're going to get from up under me. Pick one. And so I was like, well, college. So I go and I do my freshman year. Luckily, I had my best friend right there next to me. We shared a lot of our classes. I got through it. It was amazing, great experience. But then I'm looking at my billing for next year because I was going into my sophomore year. And that's when my brother, he comes to me and he says, hey, I have this really cool guy I need you to meet. I think you should meet him. And I remember specifically telling him, no. I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta pay these bills. I gotta figure this stuff out. How am I gonna live? And my brother was like, well, I know your schedule anyways. You're free.
He clogged you.
He did. He got me bad. So he said the same thing to my other brother. And so the three of us and my dad took time out of our lives to meet the Jim Pollock. And so he basically explained what the fifth year was. And obviously I was listening and it captured my attention. But what really sold it was looking at the pamphlet and seeing people I went to school with. It was Emma Young. It was just recognized people that I didn't even know were in this program. You know, like I didn't know they were doing this. I didn't know they were taking this a year back. So I was like, okay, let me not miss out. You know, I'll do it just because I can't even afford my sophomore year. So let's figure it out. So move-in day, we move in. It's all great. I feel the jitters of just living on my own, being on my own. I'm moving my boxes into my own space. It was just amazing. I got to go in and then I decorated the whole room, decked out. And then even I had enough decoration to go on the outside just so it's not so bland out there too. I told a couple of my coworkers at Myers and they got me, actually a lot of my coworkers met up with me to give me like supplies, a hot plate, baskets, real
That's
beginner
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I felt really good going into like living on my own, being on my own, and like claiming that energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So cut to my first internship. So I had met with Erica and I basically talked to her about my interests, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to get out of the program. And she basically said, well, we can get you an internship at 1380C. Oh, we're going off strong.
Yeah.
And so I kind of felt like a sense of pride just being able to go with like a big name brand place, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Something
like
that's well known.
and to work there was a blessing. I got a ton of connections. I got a ton of different like people, like meeting Tammy and seeing everybody in suits and real casual. And I'm coming in like not sweatpants, but like bare minimum. You know, I didn't really know what professionalism was.
Yeah.
So it was like I'm coming in with like this cute little stuff and and then like my boss, she's being patient with me. You know, she's like, okay, well, I might not say okay to this. You already came in, so you have to work. But next time, like we could do this. You know, she's like slowly molding me.
Yeah.
And not only that, I had Dante. He was sitting right next to me. So whenever I ran into an issue or I didn't know how to do something, instead of like being forced to figure it out on my own, I had like constant guidance. They showed me the amazing parts of going out. It didn't have to be just behind a computer editing all day. We could do shoots. We could do little fun mini games. Like they had little stuff whenever everybody obviously had to get their work done.
Yeah.
But they did have like little games where they would guess how much this movie made in the box office or like, you know,
Yeah.
and they made it a point to include me. That's why I was like, oh, this is really cool. But unfortunately, in that experience, though, I learned like I don't want to do this every day. I love doing this. I can do this, and I was very good at it. Like I'm
Right.
sending in and I'm seeing my commercials on TV. I got to literally script like from the beginning, just write down what I wanted them to say, pick who I wanted to say it, get that approved, have it come back, order the VO, go on site, shoot the video, get the video back, edit the video, and then get it approved, watch it go on TV.
That's awesome.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And
Like a
it's like,
surreal experience almost.
my family members were like, well, we're switching news channels because it was that serious though.
Yeah.
How many 19, 20-year-olds can say, oh no, I made something and it went on TV?
Yeah.
And even some of them, I got to put my name on it. Probably not all over it, but I mean, I got credited.
Right.
And so that kind of made me feel great.
Yeah. So you came into the program originally interested in what?
And media.
Okay.
So that's actually what I took my freshman year for.
Okay.
I was doing communications. I was doing everything. It looked like I was going to be a news reporter. Like it looked like I was going to be some form of media man doing all the. It ran its course.
Okay. So was your internship at 13 ABC your first like actual professional experience?
Actual professional experience.
Okay. And you're like not actually.
I'm like, this is great. The people are great, but I need a little bit more, I guess, like passion.
Okay.
I would say like
Yeah.
I need more getting me up and motivated. Mm-hmm. I'm very people oriented, so that aspect was amazing, but it was also like I hate that I'm staring at the clock. Like I hate that I'm like, all right, one more. Like I'm constantly reminded I am at work.
Yes.
And so that kind of told me, I was like, okay, let's see what the next internship does. Which, next chapter. I remember talking to Erica and she's like, okay, so this didn't work out. What else is there for you? And I go, well, this was it. So if it wasn't this, I don't really know.
Yeah.
And so she was like, well, maybe it wasn't actually being involved in the software, but learning how it's made.
Okay.
And so that's when she said, we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna have you go to Directions Credit Union and just interview, see how you feel about the place. Nothing has to be set in stone. So I go there and I interview with Max and my brother. And Tanya, the head of HR, she talked to me. Amazing. It was like she understood where I was coming from. She understood that nothing was set in stone. I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I'm just kind of testing each and every layer. And she basically broke down how from the beginning of the semester till the end, I'm going to be able to experience each department kind of.
Okay.
And get a feel for what it takes to run a business.
Yeah.
So, I got hired. I got hired, they loved me, and I spent the first, I want to say 2 months, dibbling and dabbling, digital marketing, sales, community outreach, IT. And when I hit IT, something clicked. Okay. I don't know, something about learning the acronyms, learning how to build a computer I literally learned how to build a whole computer within 4 days.
Wow.
And I was able to spit it back at you. This does this does that, this does this,
Right.
It was genuine interest.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of learned, like, if you learn it easily and it's easy for you, follow that,
Yep.
Obviously, as I got into the thick weeds of it, I was like, oh, there's a little bit more to it than this. But when I tell you, I don't see myself doing anything else. I don't see myself feeling as passionate as teaching rocks how to think, because that's what we're doing.
Okay.
It's literally
that's
like
a really good way to put it.
That's how my mentor put it.
Okay.
He was like, we accidentally taught rocks how to think and what to do with that.
Yeah.
And so learning that it's not just IT is just an umbrella term. So there's like networking, and then there's hardware, and then there's multiple different avenues you can go down. Mm-hmm. But they're all under like one certification that I have to get. And so they said to me, they were like, hey, I do want you to go back to school. But if you go back to school and you're still here, which bless their heart, they didn't give me no false hopes. Thank you. But they said, we really love your character. We love who you are. We love the energy that you bring in. And if you come in and you really work and you work with us, you can take your CompTIA certification and we'll pay for it.
Wow.
They'll pay for it and it's $500 just to take it.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, I have a serious opportunity here. You know, like,
right.
I don't want to pay $500 and God forbid, like I fail or something. Now that's another $500 I gotta pay. You know, like, so I started taking it seriously. Every day I come in, I do my port numbers. That's what I'm struggling with right now, is literally just knowing like it's like 20 to 3,000 something ports.
Okay.
So it's like, you got to remember the essential ones. And I literally start from the beginning and I go as far as I can remember. And then I watch the port video over again. Or I've been using like Pluralsight. It's basically like an education. They prep you for the certification. There's a ton of videos of people, well-known like IT specialists, where they sit you down and they explain it to you. And not only that, I do have a mentor who I sit with every week, and he's so smart. It's crazy. Like, so they've shown me around to the different branches and like shown me all that other stuff. But he had me go to his car. He showed me all the stuff that he put in manually. That he learned himself. Like, it's not just IT, but audio and all this other stuff. Like, he's like, and this could be you. That's what really got my attention. He was like, well, I'm 27. I just got my master's, and I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I make, but I'm livable. Yeah. You know? And so basically to hear that and him say, I see myself in you. You know, like that human, I see myself in you. And I think you could be where where I am, just sooner.
That's awesome.
You know, because he played around when he was my age.
Okay.
He said, I didn't think school was important, and I didn't think all this other stuff was important. But I literally have like ways where it could be your own process. You could do your own assignments when you want to, or if you want an easier route, or if you need to be in school, I can recommend these different places and they do this better. You know, like, it's just literally guidance. And it's crazy because I know our bond is beyond this internship.
That's awesome.
You know, like, I have him on multiple different social media apps. He literally said, I need to see you get this certification. If you get nothing out of this, I need to see you like get the certification, so that way they can at least, when this is all done, they can at least look at hiring you. Yeah. You know, and if he even said, if they don't hire you, I know people in Buckeye, and you could go there and you can start off there and build your way up. And if you want to come here, great. If you don't, here's another list of things you could do. Wow. So many different avenues. And this is just from one person. Yeah. You know, absolutely crazy. That's incredible. I would say my 5th year it was worth it. Yeah. You know, don't get me wrong. I argued with my brother. And don't get me wrong, there was days I did not want to wake up. Yeah. But they're definitely, the stuff you get out of it compared to what you don't, crazy. Absolutely. My future, it's set in stone. You know? Yeah. I have options. Yes. Where do you think you would be right now if you didn't do 5th year? So if I didn't do 5th year, I would probably be working at Myers, going to school my sophomore year, doing communications, crying my eyes out because I am dang near $5,000 in debt, and I am working it off as I am chugging. I'm saying I got home at what? Myers closes at 12, so I got home at 11:45. And on my breaks, I was literally doing schoolwork. So it was like on my 15s, my 30s, I'm doing that paper. I'm doing something else. And then I come home and I stay up till 3 a.m. So it was exhausting. Yeah. You know, and just to be able to take a break from that lifestyle, from living like that, was a great opportunity on its own. That's amazing. Let alone what I got out of it. Yeah. You know?
If you've enjoyed this episode with Donovan as much as I have, stay tuned for part 2 next week.